week like for you, man?
An off week?
What was it like? Is there such a thing?
Finally, well, I still came up here, got a couple workouts in, but nothing crazy. I tried to relax. It was actually awesome. I think this was like the perfect time for like off week. You go 4 weeks of camp, you go 4 weeks throughout the season, you get a little break, and now we kind of get the final stretch, which I think is going to be awesome, especially for my body and going into my 6th year and whatnot. So especially for everybody else too.
Is there different urgency? I know Coach doesn't want you guys to be up and down, but does it feel like there's a different sort of sense of season of the day, I guess, now?
Yeah, I mean, you're back. We're back at it. I think got a little refresher, and I mean, we're a top 5 team in the country. We're going to be hunted. The intensity's got to keep ramping up every practice. No matter what the situation is, you just got to keep getting better.
What's this been like for you, man? Coming from where you came from, and no disrespect to where you came from.
Yes, sir.
Now you're on the top 5 team in the country. You played at Death Valley. You played LSU on that. What has this last month been like for you as a football player? For all the football you played in your life?
Honestly, it's been more fun than anything. I think it's been awesome. I mean, it's like the experience. Like after every game, I go see my family. I'm just like, man, this is just crazy. Just because they get to experience it too. I mean, they've never been in stadiums and in the situation I'm in either. So it's like getting to experience that with them, and then just my teammates in general. It's like, man, this is just an awesome experience. Because I tell guys I've never been in stadiums where I have 80,000 cheering for me. It's usually the opposite. We're the away team and. It's a different situation, but that past week at Clemson was amazing, man. Just being in that atmosphere, that was probably the loudest I've been a part of. It was awesome. I can't be any more thankful, but yeah.
You're in the game, obviously, but do you allow yourself to, in the middle of it or before and warm-ups to take it in?
Yeah, definitely.
Look where I am. Look at this venue that I'm playing.
I think it's just added motivation, especially pre-game. It's like, I take a good look around. Once you're in the game, it's nothing. You're playing ball again, but pre-game for sure. It's awesome to look around, but man, this is the venues you're in. You're like, man, you dream of this as a kid, and now you're standing on this grass. You look at the players around you, the players you're going against. You see scouts walking around the field. Like, man, everything's coming together, and yeah, it's just a little more motivation. You're just like, man, not that you made it, but you're on track to where you want to go, and it's a special feeling. It really is. I'm very, very thankful.
What has been the biggest adjustment making the jump to the Power 5 level? Has it been the atmosphere? Has it been level of competition? I guess now that you're 4 games into it, what's it been for you?
Yeah, week after week competition's definitely, ramped up, but I got to see 4 weeks of that in camp. I'm going against a really good old line here, and I wouldn't say it's too much different, but yeah, just extra level of preparation, work out a little harder, work a little harder in practice, but yeah, you still got to show up and play at the end of the day, it's not much changes.
You came here, a lot of these guys stuck around because you guys want to do something special. But you mentioned that you guys are hunted now. How do you prepare for that? You guys knew you were going to be great, but the fact that it's happening and falling into place, how do you get that mindset?
That's the chess game you play each week is, you play a good game, and then it's like, all right, how do we take it to a new level? And, you look at, the adjustments you make, it's a lot of self-scout too. What are you giving away in a game that you got to prep for the next week that, you're giving away for that team to scout on you? So, yeah, really it's just going harder in practice. You can't let yourself dip. I think there's been points where we have dipped, we got to ramp it up because, like you brought up, we are going to be hunted. It doesn't matter what school we're facing, the logo, the record, they're going to bring their all. When you're facing the top 5 team, I've been in that situation before playing for a smaller school. When you go and play these big schools, you're like, yeah, this is my game. This is my game to get noticed. So this is a game, every team we play is going to be that similar situation. So yeah, you got to ramp it up. You got to be prepared. You got to, everyone's going to give you their best shot.
Your former teammates, do you text them at all and be like, man, you wouldn't believe what this feeling was like, or what this game was like, or this player had to play against? Do you keep in contact with them?
Yeah, coaches, players. A lot of guys I play with have moved on as well. My roommates are both, NFL players now, but. Yeah, I try not to show or gloat too much about it, but it's hard to be like, man, because I know what I was at.
Right.
I was playing in front of 5,000 to 10,000 fans, and then you run out of stadium, you got 80,000 cheering, which it's a big difference. It really is. But yeah, we talk. I just tell them, man, I'm grateful. Just never know. I never expected to be in this situation. A year ago, I was thinking that was it. I was thinking, it's my last year, and then 8 months later, I'm playing in front of 80,000. Top 5 team in the nation. It's just unbelievable.
In that game, 2 things. Number one, what happened with the helmet?
Yeah. So it was a hand. I originally got a hand to the face. My helmet was knocked off.
The ref call that, right?
It was not called, which happens, part of the game. The game moves fast. I understand that. So they told me to get off the field. I was being waved off the field, because when your helmet goes off, you got to sub out. But they were going tempo, and my thought was this was on me. I should have taken a knee, but the game wasn't stopped because there was supposed to be a substitution. But which is what I thought was supposed to happen, but it just messed up. And then as they were going tempo, I ran back on the field as, you know, things were going. It's just a hectic play. You know, the game's moving fast, things happen like that. I just got to be prepared for the situation. I should have taken a knee, though. I got to take accountability for that.
And on the fumble, we've seen you run. I mean, there's a good chance you still score on that, right?
Yeah,
You pick it up, or
oh,
you tell
100%.
them- Okay.
I'm taking that to the crib. Yeah, I don't like the narrative. I don't like the narrative that's out there saying I wouldn't score. That's a little. Come on, man. You guys all been at practice. What's going on? You guys are supposed to back me up. But But D'Lo, I think maybe the better option. I was a little gassed. I needed a couple series off after that. But I mean, I'm glad we scored. That was probably the biggest play I've ever been a part of. That was insane. Yeah.
I know about how you were talking preseason about this defensive tackle room, the defensive line as a whole. How have you seen that? I mean, how's it been in game, seeing how it played out? Just how impressed have you been with the rotation, the impact that group has made?
Well, rotation's awesome. I mean, I don't have to play 80, 85 snaps a game anymore. But no, I think we're growing each day. You know, I think we're learning each other as we're on the field playing together. You know, I think each day we're getting better. I couldn't be more proud of the work that we put in. You know, I think we're growing closer as a brotherhood more than anything. Just watching film together, studying together, making plays out there, seeing what we got to do, and the rotation's been great. I love the guys I get to work with.
Anything unique or anything that stands out when you look at that Kyron Jones kid, the quarterback for Virginia Tech right now?
Yeah,
in the offense?
that's a big kid. He can move. I mean, I think he brings a lot of versatility to their offense. They're going to be physical, and I expect their best shot. I don't think their record speaks for what they are. I think they're a pretty good football team, and I think he's going to bring his all. He's a really good player.
I know fundamentals are always important, but is it that much more important to stay keyed in when you got a kid that's able to bounce it out?
Yeah, I mean, it's not shy away from it this season. We'll be giving up a quarterback running the ball this season. I think we have to dial it in. I mean, we know what to expect from a guy like this. He's going to run. I mean, it's kind of what it is. The guy, you attack what you're good at, and I think that's what we're going to expect. And we'll get after it. It's fundamentals for sure.
Anything else?